Now, from the downtown of Northwest Arkansas, in Uptown Rogers, with weather from Bentonville to Fayetteville, Fort Smith, and beyond, here's Oz weather meteorologist, Garrett Lewis.
It is May 25th after a night of showers and storms for some of us. We're in for some decent weather as we roll through Memorial Day weekend. I will tell you, yeah, there's a chance of some showers, but I don't think a lot of us will even see the rainfall, and I'll show you why here coming up. Now, it's going to be a great weekend to get outdoors and to do some of that mowing. I'm in our weather studio at home now, and I can hear the mowers out there. I already beat the neighbors to it. I did it one day after work this week because I knew it was going to rain. And more rain is coming, but I think you'll have some chance to do some yard work today, to get outdoors, to grill, to be with family. It looks like a nice weekend. So let's talk about what's happening now and then what happens next. This is a look out the window live on I-49 northbound out towards Uptown with Hunt Towers and Top Golf out there in the background. Pretty nice afternoon. We've got partly cloudy skies. Of course, I suppose it's not afternoon yet. We will be approaching it shortly. We also have the trees moving around quite a bit with those south winds. The moisture and the humidity are going to be returning. As far as temperatures go, right now we're in the 70s. Closer look at this shows about 71 or so in Rogers, 75 in Fayetteville. It's already warm in Fort Smith. We're approaching 79 degrees. Same with Sallisaw. So it's a warm afternoon. I wanted to show you where the highest risk of severe weather is going to be today. Let me take the temperatures off of here and just give you an idea of what's happening. So this is the severe weather outlook for today. So the highest risk is actually going to be from Tulsa up through Wichita. So this is the area of most concern as far as tornadoes go. Now, there's not much out there right now. If I turned radar on, which I just did, there's no showers or storms. The satellite over it shows mostly clear skies across much of the region. Those clear skies should hang with us through most of the day today. We'll see some of those puffy cumulus clouds start to move in. And wind speeds, too, have started to pick up. Right now, those winds are southeast in Siloam Springs. We're also looking at an east wind, pretty common in the Fort Smith area. Those winds will be going throughout the day today as the next storm system approaches. So where is it? Well, here's the setup. We have a warm front just to our north. The dark red shading is what we talked about a second ago. That's where the severe weather outbreak will be. Those storms will move off of the dry line and try to make a run at Arkansas, which is why we have at least a small risk of severe weather. Notice it's much higher in Benton County than it is in Fort Smith. So Bentonville, Rogers, Bella Vista, Sulphur Springs, we have a higher chance of getting storms. Some of that has to do with the line of storms in Kansas later tonight, and not so much so the supercell storms, which are going to be out there. As far as radar goes now, there's nothing. We have clear skies. That's all ground clutter. That's the radar beam bending with an inversion near the ground, as well as picking up some pollen, some bugs, some dust, all the other stuff that's out there. And then this is a big view showing the showers that'll develop later today along that front. This is a closer look. I'll zoom on in here, and you can see we have a little bit of cloud cover out across parts of Oz and the Ozarks. Right around Fayetteville, we've got some clouds lifting north out towards Tahlequah, and you have that boundary to our south, which is lifting to the north now as a warm front, which is why it's breezy. It's why we're also going to be more humid towards the end of the day with that next storm system moving in from out west. Try to load the water vapor real quick. Let's see if we can load that and give you a look at how this is going to play out here. The water vapor shows us these disturbances in the atmosphere, and what you can see are these little troughs out to the west, these little dips, these little U-shapes, as they eject east out into the central plains. That causes that upper level wind to diverge, which pulls the air up from the ground. That creates the lift, that creates the thunderstorms. You throw in daytime heating, you have a little bit of additional lift as well. All right, how's this going to play out today? Well, I mentioned this earlier. Not everybody's going to get rain out of this thing, but some of us will late tonight. We'll be watching out to the west. This is after the daytime hours, probably after 10 o'clock or midnight. These storms are going to be going down big time, though, about 7 or 8 this evening, and then they'll start to run east. So you can see as they move east, they're moving off the dry line into a more capped, more stable environment. So I expect a weakening trend similar to what we saw last night with the supercell storms in Oklahoma. Notice to the north, though, there's some storms out there across Kansas that are going to try to move in. Those are the ones I think could clip northwest Arkansas after midnight, maybe even close to daybreak tomorrow. You can see them getting organized. There's a chance, there's a chance a supercell can make a run at us. But realistically, I think that complex, see it right there on Springfield that's dropping southeast, that could could clip parts of Benton County late tonight and give us a chance of some showers. Some of those storms in central Oklahoma, as they move east, they may not make it into Fort Smith. We'll see how it plays out. But I think overall, we're not really looking at a big event for everybody out of this. These storms that move in, they're going to be scattered throughout the day. I thought we'd just take a quick snapshot of the trend. So this takes us into the first week of June. And what I wanted to point out here, not only how temperatures hold in the mid to low 80s for the next 7 days or so, look at the end of the forecast there. Look at the dip in temperatures. So what's going to happen is we're going to be under this northwest flow for next week. Northwest flow brings us overnight showers and storms. Those are complexes. Typically, everybody sees rain with them. They typically move in and reach their peak about 3 or 4 in the morning. It's typically still raining when you drive to work, and then it's fine by the afternoon with sunny skies. So it's more of a complex thing for the middle and end of next week, overnight storms. We get back into what's called southwest flow, which we're in now. You saw it on water vapor, those southwest pieces of energy eject out into the central plains. That's more of a more widespread severe weather event type thing, and that takes place into the first week of June. All of that to say, it's been active and it stays active, and I don't really see a big break from thunderstorms for the next 2 weeks. Now, we have some small breaks here and there. We have one maybe today, tonight, into Monday and Tuesday of next week. If we don't get rain tonight, you're not going to get any more until Tuesday. So I think Memorial Day stays dry. Same with Sunday. For the most part, in the morning in northwest Arkansas, we could see some showers. But next week, as we get into more fronts moving in, we may see a drop in temperatures. And with that drop in temperatures may come some more severe weather. So to sum up the forecast today, mostly sunny, warm, windy, humid, watching Oklahoma for big time storms to go down. Know that not everybody sees rain out of this. Many of you will not see any rain out of this. Those storms in Oklahoma will move into Arkansas probably after midnight tonight and give us a chance of severe weather. But remember, they're going to be fading as they move east. Then the complex of storms, that line of storms, that squall line in Kansas, it may clip northwest Arkansas after midnight towards daybreak. That may be the best chance of severe weather around Bentonville, Rogers, and Bella Vista late tonight, early in the day tomorrow. But you saw the model data just a moment ago. There's also a chance this whole thing stays up north in Missouri. That's going to depend on where what we call the cold pool, or that cold air aloft, where it starts to spill out, because that cold pool will eventually drive this squall line as it rushes out of the storm. It's kind of like trying to predict where water is going to roll off a table, right? You can pour it, but what direction is it going to go? Well, it's not going to go against the opposing winds, which are out to the west, but it could flow east or southeast. So whether it drops more southeast remains to be seen, but if it does, it'll clip parts of northwest Arkansas late tonight. Hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. If we get any more overnight storms, I'll be here joining you. Pretty sure next week, around the middle of the week, we'll have some overnight complexes we'll be able to track together as they move through the area. So far last night, everybody fared pretty well from the storms, and hopefully that's the case going into the next 2 weeks as we wrap up May, head into June, which is the start of meteorological summer, getting ready for the warm months. Neighborhood pools open up, but I bet it's pretty cool out there. I don't know. We'll see. You guys make it a great day. I'll see you back here next time.